So hi and assalamualaikum everyone. I hope you guys are having a good day today. So today, my group and I are going to explain for our group presentations for personality development. Before I start, my name is NABIL BUSRAIN bin Muhammad Nizam and my registration number is 05 DPM 21F1089.
Hi, my name is ERINA Thomas and my matrix numbers is 05 DPM 21F1044.
My name is NURMAISARAH binti Yunus and my registration number is 05 DPM 21F1047.
Hello, my name is FARAH Ramzan and my matrix number are 05 DPM 21F1005.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is HASMAH and my registration number is 05 DPM 21F1053.
I will explain for question A, which is the issue and then the effects of the issue in a long time period. So the first thing is the issue. The issue that we are going to talk about is social media addictions. So what is the effects? There are a lot, but I will just list 4 of them, which you can see here, up here. Which is first one is FOMO. FOMO, or better known as fear of missing out. So what is fear of missing out? It is like you need to ensure yourself are up to date with the trends around you or your lifestyle and so on. So that is FOMO. And you will prioritize social media interactions rather than your real life interaction with the people around you. So that's FOMO, which means you need to be updated and not to be seen as outdated person. So that is FOMO. The next will be cyberbullying. Cyberbullying always happen nowadays. About 10% of report of cyberbullying happen between the teens nowadays. It can affect your mental health, of course, and you will feel traumatized for interacted with the person in your social media or make friends as well. So cyberbullying happens when people spread bad rumors about you, telling lies on social media about you, and spread negativity on your social media. It's either on your comments and more. So yeah, it really does happen nowadays. The third effects will be depression and anxiety. As what I told you, cyberbullying can cause you that, right? But social media addiction itself also can cause you for depression disorder and anxiety as well. Human beings need at least face-to-face interactions, right, to be mentally healthy. So nothing can reduce your stress and boost your confidence or your mood faster or more effectively than eye-to-eye contact with someone who cares about you or your loved one, including your families, your friends, your relatives, and more. Alright? The more you prioritize social media, the more you risk yourself to these mental health problems, which is anxiety and depressions. So it's very important to spend your time with your loved one, especially your families. Alright? Next will be isolations. Isolations is the feelings of loneliness. So a study at the University of Pennsylvania found that high usage of Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram increases rather than decreases the feelings of loneliness. Conversely, they also found that the more or less you spend your time on your social media, the more you're not feeling lonely with your life.
Next, I'm gonna explain the answer for B. First of all, solving FOMO, fear of missing out, caused by social media addiction, can be challenging, but it is important for your well-being. Solving FOMO related to social media addiction requires self-awareness and a commitment to change your habit. It may take time and effort to change, but it is good to improve your well-being. For example, you need to set boundaries. First step is you can limit your daily social media usage by setting specific time limits or designating certain times of the day to check social media. Next, depression and anxiety are serious issues caused by social media addiction and may require a multifaceted approach for resolution. What you can do first is seek professional help. If you are experiencing anxiety and depression due to social media addiction, please know that it is essential to consult a mental health professional who can provide therapy and support. Remember that it is important to address social media addiction as part of broader strategy to improve your mental health. Seeking professional help is a crucial step in managing depression and anxiety. Next, solving cyberbullying caused by social media addiction is a critical issue, and it requires a combination of action to address both the bullying and the addiction. First, you have to report and block those accounts who keeps bullying you. If you or someone you know is getting cyberbullied by people, report the abusive behavior to the social media platform and block the bully to the limit further contact. Other than that, you can also take legal action. In some cases, if the bullying includes threat, harassment, or even unlawful action, you may need to involve law enforcement or legal authorities. It is important to address both bullying and the underlying social media addiction to effectively combat cyberbullying. Creating a safe and respectful online environment is a shared responsibility of individual communities and social media platforms. Next, solving the problem of social isolation caused by social media addiction requires a shift in behavior and a focus on building more meaningful connection. There are some steps to help address this issue. First of all, you need to have self-awareness. Please acknowledge that social media addiction may be contributing to a feeling of isolation and take the first step toward change. Last but not least, we have to improve our communication skills. You need to work on your communication skill to help facilitate better connection and deeper conversation when you are interacting with others.
C. Develop alternative for decision making. Firstly, self-awareness. Second, set limit. Third, replace with productive activities. And fourth, digital detox. And fifth, set goals. D. Evaluate the alternative you have been discussed. Firstly, self-awareness. Self-awareness is encourage the person to reflect on their social media use, including the time spent and its impact on their life. Next, practice mindfulness to become more aware of the impact of social media on your life and make it informed choices about its use. Second, set limits. We need to establish daily or weekly time limits for social media use to regain control over the screen time. For example, use productivity apps to replace social media time with apps or tools that enhance productivity, such as task management apps or educational resources. Third is replace with productive activities. We can suggest engaging in hobbies, exercise, or pursuing personal goals as alternative to scrolling through social media. For example, we can setting specific goals and making a to-do list, and this can help us to prioritize tasks and stay focused on what we need to be accomplished, and this can increasing our efficiency. Fourth is digital detox. We need to encourage periodic breaks from social media like a digital detox. Set specific time limits for daily or weekly usage and gradually reduce them over time. For instance, during focused work hours, people might silence email, social media, and messaging and notification to minimize distraction. And lastly is set goals. Set goals to encourage setting specific goals and prioritize in their life and focus on achieving them rather than aimless scrolling. For example, goals help individuals regain control over their time. By setting limits on social media use, they free up time for more productive and fulfilling activities such as pursuing hobbies and spending time with loved ones.
Question E. Select the best alternative to solve the problem. Firstly is to set limits. By setting limits on screen time, he can improve his mental and physical health, such as by having a more stable mood, improving his sleep habits and focus, and reducing eye strain. Secondly is to replace with productive activities. It may result in procrastination and distraction and a decrease in focus. That's why, by doing productive things instead of staring at the phone, helps reduce back discomfort and maintain the flexibility and health of joints. Thirdly is digital detox. Setting boundaries between personal and professional lives can be challenging when someone has a constant sense of connection. It can be difficult to resist the need to check social media accounts, reply to a colleague's text, or check an email even while at home or on a vacation. Because of this, implementing a digital detox might help create a more positive and stress-free work-life balance. Question 8. Suggest the implementation that can be done to the solution. Firstly is to acknowledge the addiction. Recognizing and admitting the addiction is the first step. Without this knowledge, people would trust anything they see on social media, even if it falls, causing any decision-making technique ineffective. Secondly is to create a plan. Create a structured plan to help reach the goal of quitting social media addiction. For example, he can begin by organizing and noting in his notebook on what he can do to pass the time during the day, either indoors or outdoors, that will bring him happiness. Thirdly is support system. Encourage the person to ask their friends or relatives for help. A loved one's encouragement can help him become more enthusiastic and motivated to overcome his addiction on social media. Fourthly is to track the progress. Keep a journal to track his efforts to overcome his addiction to social media and acknowledge the small accomplishment to inspire himself. Lastly is to get a professional help. If the situation is severe, consider getting help from a therapist or counselor who specializes in addiction and behavioral change. As social media addiction can result in depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem, it's a good idea to reach out to therapists that specialize in treating people who also have these typical co-occurring conditions.
So I will explain for question G, monitoring method that can overcome your social media addictions issue. So firstly, I will say set goals and your limits for your social media usage. In this method, it will encourage individuals to define our social media usage goals and establish the limit of time usage. Alright, the amount of time that we spend on social media. We need to set maximum or limits of usage of social media daily. Yeah. The limit should be realistic based on our own preference. So we don't need to follow other people's preference. It's our own. So by having that, we can reduce the time day by day. Yeah. Next will be use time tracking apps. Alright, there are various of applications that we can install on our phone to track our time of using any of application in our phone. So there's few apps. So by using this app, it can help us to identify areas where they may be spending most of the time on their phones, which means social media, obviously. So examples of application that we can have is Rescue Time, Moment, and Stay Free. I listed 3, right? There are actually more, but these 3 is example of it. Third one, enable built-in app usage trackers, which means many smartphones have built-in features to track app usage. This will encourage us to utilize our features, on our phones to get visibility into our social media habits and set notifications for whenever we exceed the maximum time of usage on certain apps. You can set the maximum time, as what I told you earlier, and then it will notify you whether you are already reached the time. Alright, so yeah, it can help you as well. If it's getting worse, your addiction is getting worse, and after you follow all of these steps, you still, it's getting worse. You need to seek for professional help. Mental health professionals can provide guidance through therapy, counseling, and more to address the addictions and its underlying causes. So yeah, it's very important for you to see the experts or the professional help if you already, if you already try everything and still, not working. So this is the last steps. Seek for help. So I will pass the next slides to the next presenter.
Today I will present our negative attitude related to social media addiction. The first one is time drain. People may see excessive use of social media as a waste of time that could be better spent on the productivity activity. In the video, we can see that he spent more time on the social media, saying that he wants to do something, he is still with his on the social media. So that he won't know about what is going on around him, because being a complacent with a social media can harm himself. Second is privacy concerns. Many people worry about their personal data being misused and shared without permission, leading to distrust in a social media platform. For example, if we want to do something, then we upload a picture or tell on a social media. We don't know if someone is a good or not, because we can judge someone by outside. Maybe who does that have seen our posting is a bad person who want misuse our personal information. It is possible that when we upload a picture that we are not at home, it can be easy for someone to enter our house, and because he want to break in us, they know when we not at home. So that can be dangerous thing, that when we always upload our daily activity in our social media. The last one is addiction and dependence. Social media addiction can be seen as a sign of a weakness or lack of the self-control, which leads to self-criticism and negative self-perfection. This is because people can judge us as someone who has arrogant personality because we are complacent with our social media without paying attention at the surrounding. Next, I'm gonna explain the 5 positive attitudes through new habits for addressing social media addiction. Make it a habit of being mindful when using social media by setting specific, purposely intention for each session. It allows you to focus on meaningful interaction and content. For example, before opening the social media app, decide to check messages from your friends or seek inspirational content rather than aimlessly scrolling through your feed. Next, we have scheduled downtime. You can implement scheduled downtime from social media, such as designating specific hours or days when you are offline. For example, you can dedicate the first and last hour of your day to be social media free, giving you more time for productive and enjoyable pursuits. Next, we have positive feedback sharing. Make it a habit to share positive, uplifting, or educational content on social media rather than solely consuming it. Sharing positivity contributes to more enriching online environment and encourage meaningful connection. Share an inspiring article, an achievement, or a heartwarming story with your follower to spread positivity. I will continue the presentation about positive attitude through the new habit. Community engagement. Engage actively in our online communities by participating in discussion and offering support to others. Active engagement helps build a stronger connection and a sense of belonging, reducing feelings of isolation. For example, instead of just liking a post, comment truthfully or ask a question to initiate a conversation. The last one is regular self-reflection. Develop a habit of regularly reflecting on our social media usage and its impact on our well-being. Self-reflection enhances our awareness of how social media affect you and allows you to make a necessary adjustment. For example, set aside time each week to journal about your social media experiences and how they make you feel and make changes based on your observation. By incorporating these positive attitudes and habits into the videocast about social media addiction, viewers can gain the practically strategies to mitigate addiction, prioritize well-being, and foster healthier online interaction.